review a quick deadlifting video. We've had other videos where we've talked about using a dowel or a golf club or a stick to make sure that we can create a good neutral spine hip hinge. The main thing we want with the deadlift is to have a very stable spine and mobile hips. So not allowing our spine to flex and round, but at the same time not overarching, creating back pain. So we're gonna start with a simple kettlebell deadlift. If I stand over top of the kettlebell directly underneath my center of mass, I want to feel like my feet are active into the ground. As I stabilize my spine, I'm going to hinge from my hips, creating a stretch into my hamstrings. I can come down and grab the kettlebell, activate my lats, and then push through the floor as I squeeze my glutes to rise, coming up only as high as my hips allow, not as high as my low back allows. And then to bring it down, the same thing, the kettlebell is going to stay underneath my center mass as I bring it back to the floor. Depending on how tall or how flexible you are, if we go to hip hinge and we can't quite reach the kettlebell, rather than losing position to come down, I could just bring it up onto a riser. So I could bring the bar or the kettlebell as high as I need to make sure that I'm maintaining good position. When we progress to either a bar or a hex bar, nothing really changes. Hex bar is probably the most friendly bar version because the center of mass stays directly in the center of my center mass. Active feet, stable spine, hip hinge to load our hamstrings, push into the floor, squeeze the glutes to rise, and then the exact same thing, very active descent to create a deadlift.